My name's James Poole. I'm a member of the North Face Explorer team. I live in East London. I've been running, being in the outdoors since I was 4 or 5 years old. I'm super passionate about exploration. Having time out to our side is part of my DNA.
I'm Nicky, regular guy that likes to run long distances from Germany. The Speed Project, it's a very special pursuit across the desert.
It's an unsanctioned race. It originated from LA to Las Vegas, but this year we're in Chile for the inaugural Iquique San Pedro race.
My mission is to support James as much as I can throughout this week. That means, running lengths and distances with him, trying to prepare and refuel him, make sure he eats enough, he hydrates enough, but also just be there for any other bits and bobs.
It's not about the winning.
No, exactly.
It's not about the medals and the finish lines. It's about the people you meet, the friends you make, the adventures you have. We're here in Iquique, the last few hours before we run the Speed Project Atacama for the first time. Literally going through my little bag of stuff. I mean, this race is very much unlike anything else you're going to find almost anywhere, because it has no chosen route by the organizer. The only thing it has is a start line, which in this case is Iquique, and then it finishes in San Pedro de Atacama, 500 kilometers away. For me, it's gonna hopefully be about 4 days, so that's around about 125 kilometers a day. It's gonna be a huge adventure, and I'm pretty excited once I get my stuff packed.
The people that run the Speed Project is a family. It's people that we actually haven't spent much time with, but it just feels like you know them forever. And so whenever we come out here sharing times together, it's always a very unique and wonderful experience.
So they met at UTMB which year?
19.
In the race we met as well.
Right.
In the race, and then...
And he's like, I think it would be cool if you can come out to Chile with me. I was like, bro, let me finish this UTMB thing first. And we chat on Monday. And then then I finish it, and then we chat with these guys on Monday. And here we are now.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys come a little closer and we all sit down? I know you guys are going to be on your feet for a long time.
James, what are you most excited about for this adventure?
I'm most excited about getting out there deep in the desert, right, where there's no one. We only have one life, huh?
Yeah.
We only have a small amount of time on this planet. And so maybe what drives me is just to go out there and experience something new. Have an adventure every day, if you can, whatever that is.
Yes, that's what it is. I believe life is better when you participate, James. So
turn up.
If you're not out here, it's okay. You can still be out here in spirits, because there are no spectators. Everybody's here.
Exactly.
Together. James, my man, give me a hug, man. Give me a hug.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating. The training is the easy part, but now we have to go and run. When I'm doing this kind of challenge, I'm looking for something that scares me, but also excites me. And I think there's always this balance between the two things. And if I find something that's really scary and really exciting, then that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, we should have started at 7 a.m.
Yeah, we could have had some more sleep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Have a good one, guys.
The Speed Project has one OG route, which we got given prior to the beginning of the race. However, as James looks into things differently, he had explored and paved out its entire route by himself. And essentially, while most of the other people, or actually all of the other people, were just running by the road for the entire race, we were in the middle of the desert throughout the entire time.
Hey, yo, Nicky. What up? Good. Hey, from the desert.
Hey dudes.
Yeah, James.
Everyone good?
What up?
What do you feel now? Good, good. The sun is coming up. It's not too warm though. It's not too bad at the moment. No. There's a little breeze. Legs feel good. We've done just over 42 kilometers, I think.
A marathon for the breakfast.
No, some marathon before 9, huh? Crazy, crazy.
Before we go that straight line, to maybe stop and we go a little bit ahead again.
Yeah.
And then just make some food for you to eat.
Okay.
The question is more like the road, whether we have to or we can go straight.
There isn't a path there.
If it's a path like this,
maybe it is. It follows this train line. It's just follows
straight.
the train line.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is not knowing. If water is going to be in 2 kilometers, that's fine. If it's going to be in 20, then I have that much. I have to walk. So my mind is more about preservation than running. I think the Speed Project, it feels like something you can do to find yourself or to find some clarity in thought. You can only do that when you spend a lot of time doing something like being in the desert, running, either from LA to Vegas or from Iquique to San Pedro.
That's a cool aid station, man.
It's a good aid station. There's not many aid stations in the Atacama Desert. I like the heat, but this is extreme, huh? You have to condition yourself for a long time to be able to run in this. Any race you do, you're always thinking about this thing in the future. In today, if I can control my body temperature, the stones in my shoes, the food I'm eating, then I don't need to worry about the future. The important thing is to be thinking about now. It's really rare to be able to find a race or an expedition or a challenge where you can spend 4 or 5 days on your own, exploring both your mind and the scenery. And so for me, maybe it's selfish, it's a little time for me to spend on my own, but it's my pilgrimage, my annual pilgrimage. We had 24 hours to do 132 kilometers and we're here with 8 hours extra. I mean, I'm a bit dead, but tomorrow I'll have a reincarnation and come back from the dead and do it again.
The phoenix.
Yeah, the phoenix from the flames. You know that phrase, how do you eat an elephant? One mouthful at a time. Let's go.
Hard moments are part of this entire race, and there will be light at the end of the tunnel again. There will be better times that are coming afterwards. So it's just a matter of staying calm, trying to embrace it. So, you know, when these things come, it's really almost you try to flip the switch and think it upside down and embrace these moments. You know, once you kind of get out of it, there will always be sunshine at the end of the day again.
Today's the second day. It wasn't a very nice part of the route. The crew couldn't meet me quite where we planned, so yeah, I've had a night out in the desert on my own.
Why did you choose this road?
I mean, I guess you can have someone else's adventure, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging them. That's the way they want to do it. I want to do it my way. It's like Formula One, huh? Formula. No. Okay, that's better. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Yep. Which way am I going?
I think the desert is a very special place, and I think just reminds you of how small we are and how much we really matter. And you know, that experience of quietness, no soul, no life, is a very special and humbling experience, yeah. Day 2 really throw a couple of stones in our way, quite literally. So we were hoping to meet with James again, but unfortunately there was no road and access point there, and he's been out in the desert now for a while, to be quite fair, and a bit short on water. So I'm gonna run towards him. At that time I was like, okay, what am I here to do for? And that's to care for James. So I decided to take on as much water as I can and then run into the desert and give him some fresh water and then carry on. Yeah.
Rescue mission, let's go.
We're running past some huge solar panels, which we can't really get past with the car. So I'm just running through the sand for some water, because James has been on the road for a while. Everything just seems so much longer out here as well. And there's literally nothing there. That was a tough moment, because at the end of the day, like, you're in the middle of nowhere and you just think, what the hell am I doing? You know, you just carry this water with you, look to your left, look to your right, there's absolutely nobody there, and we're out in the middle of nowhere. It's not forgiving.
Hi Anna, this is Nikki. Just a quick reach out in between doors. We had a rougher day out in the desert today. It was hard to access James throughout the day, so he was spending a lot of time on his own, and I think he got a light heat stroke, so a couple of hours of rest were good. So he's in a much better place right now. I hope and believe that the upcoming stretch is easier to access, and then that's going to carry us to San Pedro.
You feel good, you run. You feel bad, you walk. Always forwards. Today is a new day, huh? Day 3 in the Atacama Desert. So we have around 120 kilometers to do to Calamar and the final stretch to San Pedro. Nothing worth doing is easy, huh? Everything gets better. It always gets better. And then it'll get bad again.
I think it's very hard to comprehend, I guess, what James has been going through. You know, the insane amount of the desert, you know, the never-changing environment. It's just flat lands, there's no one there, no people. It's certainly strenuous on the body and on the mind. But I think what we as runners often like to do is, you know, we very much focus on the now and we focus on the present. And we don't want to question things too much, but just accept them as they are. I think one thing that is really unique about him, and maybe also about the friendship that we share, is that we have a very similar perspective on life, I believe. So we understand each other really well.
See, this is the upside of doing these races, so you can get... Careful.
Yeah. All right, my love, I'll take care of you. There are times when we run together and we automatically talk about all kinds of things, but then there are also times when we just don't talk, and it's just quiet, and we just know exactly when and how to balance, you know, this time out on the trail.
Running exists without racing, huh?
That's it.
You don't have to do a race,
Is it a race?
to be a runner.
It's not a race. Is it first?
I don't know.
Second, you know?
I mean, it's obviously a race of sorts, but I don't think it has the same impetus, the same importance placed on winning.
Right.
Someone has to win, but I don't feel like the group in the relays, the 17th team or the 12th team is thinking, I'm really disappointed I was 12th. The Speed Project is bigger than racing. It's bigger than just running. It's a holistic concept more than it is a running race. Running is the social glue.
It's the friendships at the end of the day.
we've made.
So we're in the cold, on top of the highest point of the Speed Project, which is pretty insane, and just trying to also dodge the traffic. But all we have now is a little bit more of a bend, downhill to the finish. Thank God for that. Today has been a very long day because I started running at 12:30 a.m. This is the worst bit because you're already thinking about finishing and you're tired. I'm thinking all those things, but I still have 20 kilometers, and that's why you have to break it down. It's not a half marathon. It's 4 times 5K. It's just 4, 3, 2, and then the last one doesn't even count, does it? Because it's just to the finish. Just tricking myself. Could have done without you guys. Brutal. What an event. What an adventure. What a crazy race from the sea in Iquique all the way across the desert. We barely saw anybody for 4 days, and here we are.
We don't know each other for a long time, but the adventure and the experiences that we have shared, it's forever.
The last 4 days in the desert have been so amazing. One of the most crazy adventures of my life. It takes some commitment and maybe a little sacrifice, but that journey can start now, and maybe you don't run the Speed Project next year or the year after, but if you want something enough and you're willing to put the effort in, then it's available to everyone.
Okay.